Well, I think more than anything, they have so many interchangeable pieces. They have so many guys that can drive the basketball, can score the basketball, can make threes, can just make plays. Period. So that versatility defensively and that versatility offensively, causes problems for you. And so I think more than anything, of trying to keep them out of rhythm, also trying to keep them from having angles and driving the basketball, offensively, but they do a good job of putting pressure on the ball. They also scheme differently. So, like, what they run sometimes is different from game to game. Obviously, they didn't have Claude in the last game, so that made it different, would be my guess. But then defensively, he'll do some different things in terms of his scheme, whether they pressure or they don't let you get to your right hand. They played in a deep drop versus Michigan State. So, you just have to be prepared for everything, more than anything when you play his teams. Like, he does a good job of being able to change and trying to get the opponent to play to their weakness.
For the players, do you lean on the experience of playing Arkansas in the preseason last year, or is it?
Yeah, it'll be discussed, just like I would guess he discusses it with those guys, even though he doesn't have any players, from that team, I don't believe. But yeah, his teams play hard. They're very physical. They get after you. They want to push the tempo. He's gone to a lot of different transfers, a lot of different guys, and you're seeing some guys here that haven't played much that are now getting an opportunity that played pretty well in the last game. So it's interesting, especially if Claude comes back, because obviously he's going to play and play a lot. But no, I think we just got to be prepared for a lot of different looks, whether that's through the post or whether that's ball screen defense. They'll run and jump. They'll do some different things of that nature. But I think you just got to be prepared for everything.
Do you want your players paying attention to the standings in situations like this?
Obviously, they're going to know what it is. Who cares? You know what I mean? It gets everything, whether it's good and bad, is out there. So.
But do you want them?
I could care less. I want them to rebound and take care of the basketball. I keep on the functionality of things. I don't. We talk about winning a Big Ten championship. We talk about, winning it 3 years in a row, casually speaking. But at the end of the day, you got to be tougher than your opponent. You got to compete. You got to play hard. You got to be functional. I thought we didn't have any energy the other night until we started making shots, and then we got energy. Well, what would have happened if we didn't make those shots? I don't think we would have found any energy, and that's what you have to be able to do. You have to be able to have that energy when things aren't going your way. It's a hard thing to do, but it's still possible, and that's kind of where our focus is.
You talked about limiting Trey's fouls or Trey limiting his fouls. Mm-hmm. Is that just a thing where you officiate him harder in practice?
Yeah, you just watch film and be honest about it, because it's not. I know he had 2 moving screens the other night. He also had a post. Playing post defense, he got a foul, which I didn't think was a foul. And so, he got a verticality one where he turned on contact, which was a foul. Then it happened later in the game, very similar, and we don't get that call, which is a small change, but it's still the legality of turning once there's contact was his call. So yeah, you just try to get him to be physical without fouling and understand things and not have fatigue mistakes more than anything. He plays a lot of minutes.
Do you think the way he's been officiated has changed a little throughout the year?
No, not really. I think it's been relatively fair. I think it's more, he's had some bad calls here and there go against him, but who doesn't, right? Everybody has that to a degree. I always try to get them to be honest about it and not be emotional. That's why I try not to talk on things until I watch it. Because when things are correctable and they're fouls, you get emotional and you get mad. You're not going to get anywhere. Just watch the film and see it and make the corrections.
What's your message to Cam and Miles right now with their shooting struggles?
Do I what?
What's your message to Cam and Miles right now with their shooting struggles?
Just take good shots. Just keep taking the shots that come your way, and just keep working on your game. Don't take tougher ones and think that's going to get you going. That makes it worse. So if you're just getting a shot up when you get in the game just to get a shot up, get your feet set, step into your shot, be ready to take it.